This video is about qualitative data analysis approaches, and in particular, it looks like one approach called Codebook. The resources for this material that you can refer to are mainly by Brown and Clark, who went through the different types of qualitative data analysis techniques, including Codebook, and talked more about Codebook techniques. So, what is Codebook as a qualitative data analysis school, if you like? It is considered by Brown and Clark a thematic analysis approach. So they see them, Brown and Clark see this school or this type of approaches as one type of thematic analysis with multiple styles, if you like, including the framework analysis style by Ritchie and Spencer, as well as Smith and Firth and others, the template analysis style by King and Brooks, and the matrix analysis style by authors like Miles and Huberman and Nadine and Cassell. So Codebook thematic analysis, or this style or this approach, does not use coding reliability measures. What do I mean by coding reliability measures? They are types or another style or another approach of thematic analysis that Brown and Clark discussed. And you could see a video that I've already prepared and published on the different types of thematic analysis to understand the differences between coding reliability, the Codebook, which is this one that I'm discussing, and reflexive thematic analysis technique. So Codebook thematic analysis does not use coding reliability measures, rather a structured way to code data, but shares the underlying philosophy of reflexive thematic analysis. Some themes are determined in advance of full analysis with typical conceptualization as domain summaries. Brown and Clark they saw Codebook approaches as analysis that combine the qualitative research values of reflexive thematic analysis with the more structured approach to coding, early theme development, and the conceptualization of themes as topic summaries characteristic of coding reliability thematic analysis. Also, Brown and Clark see the method as useful for novice researchers, that is, researchers who perhaps are doing, say, a research degree, like master's or a PhD, or for researchers that are involved as part of bigger teams that haven't done perhaps this style of analysis or thematic analysis before. This approach is typically also, used for in applied sciences, and the style aims to chart, if you like, or map the developing analysis as opposed to determining the reliability and accuracy of coding, which we typically see in the other approaches of thematic analysis, which are called coding reliability. So the style here seems to be useful in three areas in terms of meeting predetermined information needs, facilitating teamwork between different coders, and also as a way to meet deadline pressures. Although I would steer away from, try to not use the method for those purposes, especially the last two. Sorry, the last one, apologies. So Codebook analysis, well, where does Codebook sit on if you want to take or look at the thematic analysis philosophy, where does Codebook sit? Codebook analysis is still viewed as embedded within a big Q qualitative philosophy by Brown and Clark. In reflexive thematic analysis, which is the analysis that Brown and Clark developed, qualitative research with its tools and techniques involve mere conceptualization as well as their use within a qualitative values framework. Hence the name Big Q. So it's research that is qualitative in both techniques as well as values. So this is what they mean by Big Q and Small Q, if you see these written by or explained by Brown and Clark. The research values are not easily defined, but the researcher's subjectivity is conceptualized as a resource for research, while meaning and knowledge are conceptualized as partial and contextual. Thematic analysis in general, so you know, it centers on exploring participants' subjective experiences and sense-making. Some reflexive thematic analysis and Codebook thematic analysis authors, like say King and Brooks, who did the template analysis, they see qualitative research traditions as that of critical tradition, which is often associated with post-structuralist, such as the view by Gavey from 1989, and with constructivists, such as the views by Gherkin from 2015. Theoretical frameworks where the focus turns to interrogating the socially embedded patterns of meaning, as well as the implications and effects of these. Now, positivist conceptions, typical of coding reliability thematic analysis technique, do not usually underline Codebook thematic analysis methods. Instead, the interpretive nature of data coding gets recognized. Codes are also viewed as being driven by a pre-specified conceptual framework or codebook, in other words, a deductive or theory-driven approach to research. So hopefully this video gave you an understanding of a specific qualitative data analysis school or approach, if you like, that is called Codebook, its authors, where does it stand on the thematic analysis spectrum.